Good morning, everyone. Thought I'd do a video blog for you on this Wednesday morning. It is a damp one. It is a warm one out there this morning, but it's not going to be like this all day. It's not going to be damp all day. It's going to be warm all day, but we're going to lose the wet weather by this afternoon. Let's start with a look at one of our webcams. I'll refresh this. It looks pretty wet this morning along 422 near the Eastwood Mall in Niles. Down along 224 in Boardman. Yeah, you're going to need the wipers and the headlights on this morning, because again, it is raining lightly in a lot of places. Let's refresh Storm Tracker 21 here. Right now, steadiest of the rain, Mahoning County up into Trumbull County at 8:41 this morning. Not quite as steady and consistent over in Mercer County and down in Columbiana County. It's very light, very spotty, not much more than drizzle. But this is legitimate rain, light to moderate rain, for the Turnpike and for 224, 422, 5, 82, 11, most of our major roadways are showing the rain this morning. But it is warm. Temperatures on a mid-February morning in the mid-50s. And so it's going to be a fast springboard. Once we lose the rain today, it'll be a quick rise as we get into the afternoon. And that's despite a lack of sunshine. It's not going to be a bright and sunny day for us today at all. Here's our high-res futurecast showing the future radar. Here's 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. You get the idea here. This is going to push away. Now we might see a few lingering drizzle spots through midday, through lunchtime. But by 1, 2 o'clock this afternoon, I think we're just mostly cloudy and uneventful for this afternoon. And then we should stay largely dry for tonight as well. And it's going to be a very balmy night once again. This map shows where the areas are circled, all the likely record highs today. We're probably going to fall just short of our record high, which is 64, I believe, today. 64, 65. But either way, we'll probably fall just short of it. But look at all the records out in the Midwest, including Chicago, which is on an unbelievable stretch of record-breaking warmth. And then as we go into the day tomorrow, Cleveland, Mansfield, Akron, Columbus, Dayton, all likely to break records. We're going to flirt with ours. These circles are based on the National Weather Service forecast. Our forecast is a little warmer tomorrow, so our record's in the mid-60s again. We're going to be very close to that on Thursday, and then I do think we're going to break a record on Friday. Look at all these records that are likely to fall on Friday. It's going to be one of the warmest February days on record across our region, including here in Youngstown. Our forecast right now, 71. The all-time record high in February is 73, set back in 2000. And incidentally, that date in 2000 is also the last time that we had a 70-plus day in the month of February. So big time warmth building on Friday. But what's also building on Friday is the possibility of some heavy gusty thunderstorms out to our west. The Storm Prediction Center here on Friday actually has an enhanced risk in that orange color for Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, South Bend, over towards the Toledo area, Lima, getting close to Dayton as well. Central Ohio in the slight risk, and then we're in what we call the marginal risk in this darker green. Now, I don't think there's a severe weather threat here at all during the day Friday. If we hear thunder, if there's a gusty thunderstorm, it's overnight Friday night and more likely early Saturday. Our cold front's not going to roll through here until almost daybreak on Saturday. So until that front approaches, I just don't think there's going to be much of a severe weather threat here. But off to the west where the front's going to come through at a more favorable time of the day, you bet. Western Ohio, Indiana could be under the gun for some fairly hefty thunderstorms on Friday. Our changeable day is going to be Saturday. Here's the front Saturday morning rolling through with rain and perhaps thunder. Then we get dry slotted for a time midday and into the early afternoon on Saturday. And what I mean by that is a pocket where not much happens is going to push in. In fact, the sun might try to come out. But temperatures are going nowhere but down Saturday. After starting in the lower 50s, we'll end up in the 30s in the afternoon with wind chills in the upper 20s. That's going to be quite a change after a high of 71 on Friday. And then as we go into Saturday evening, yeah, you might see a snowflake or two. Don't think it's going to stick. Don't think it's a big deal. But we're not done seeing snowflakes yet this season, that is for sure. So a couple of flurries should linger into Sunday morning. By Sunday afternoon, I think we are uneventful, clouds, sunny breaks, and actually a fairly seasonable day on Sunday. But look at the longer range. Now, next week is not going to be as warm as this week. There's just no sign that a, big-time cold snap's going to come anytime real soon. We're running out of time here. It's almost the end of February. We're almost ready to put a stake in winter, put a fork in it, say it's just about over. Because, we're going to be into March pretty soon, and we're running out of time to get some decent cold snaps and snow events. Next week, we could flirt with 60 a couple of times. Not 70, but 60 a couple of times. And again, in the longer range, aside from a chilly day or two at a time, there's no sustained cold coming our way, and I think we're in for a warm spring. I think we're in for a spring that'll have an increased chance of severe weather compared to the last few years. So kind of putting together ideas for my spring outlook, which I expect to come out with early on next week. So you can look forward to that on my weather blog and on air as well. Hope you have a great rest of this Wednesday. I'll see you this evening on 21 News at 6 and 11, and Jess has you covered in the studio through our hour-long midday show at noon.